We continue to follow breaking news out of Sacramento right now at the Sac Executive Airport, where someone attempted to steal a helicopter and actually tried to steal more than one helicopter. KCRA 3's Michelle Bandor joins us live from the scene. So, Michelle, what happened?
Well, Lisa, this is an active investigation with the FBI, the Federal Aviation Administration, and I'm told that investigators with the National Transportation Safety Board are on their way here to look into exactly what happened at the Sacramento Executive Airport. This is what police found when they arrived here between 4 and 6 o'clock this morning. A crashed helicopter on its side. It's on the tarmac. There is scattered debris all over the area, just pieces of the chopper spread out for hundreds of feet. Again, now police responded here early this morning. They say this chopper culprit trespassed possibly onto the property and broke into 4 helicopters trying to start them. Now the suspect finally got one of the helicopters going. It crashed and then that person took off. Police don't believe that that person is injured and no one is in custody. I spoke with a representative with the Aircraft Owners and Pilot Association, and he tells me that they have concerns about the security here and have been asking the county for beefed up security measures. He says the fences aren't high enough. He says there's no surveillance cameras here. I also spoke to a spokesperson for the airport, and he tells me they're waiting to see what the investigation reveals before commenting specifically how this person got onto the property and into all 4 of those helicopters. Now, the helicopter that crashed is owned by Capital Helicopters, and they tell me they will be releasing a statement later. Now, the investigation will take some time, and again, police are still looking for that suspect. But you can see I'm standing outside here, and this is the fence. So if this person did get onto the property by jumping the fence, I'm about 5'10", and so it's not even, it's not even 6 feet high. And that's what some of the concerns are with those pilots, worried about their property and their planes and things like this happening. I'm also told that that chopper is probably worth about $1 million. We're going to stay on the scene here and see if we can find out more information, or if police do, find that suspect. They are on the lookout and said they're probably not injured. So we're going to stay out here, Lisa, and see what more information we can gather.
Yeah, I mean, you got a ton of
live in Sacramento. Michelle Bandor.
Yeah, Michelle, you got a ton of information already. So who told you that there weren't surveillance cameras there? That's stunning.
Actually, the spokesperson was Sacramento County, who's in charge of the different airports that we have. So yeah, no surveillance cameras here. That's what the pilots, the representative with that association says. Yeah, there are no surveillance cameras, and they're concerned about that. And part of the concerns that they have and the measures that they want put into place, like surveillance cameras, that sure would have told a lot of things. When we were earlier on the inside here, I did see a camera, what looked like a camera, I should say, on one of the private properties, one of the hangars here, but not sure if that was working at the time of this incident early this morning.
My goodness, yeah, that's just shocking information. Yeah. And yeah, that fence has only got to be about 5'2", because I go up to your shoulders, so that's wouldn't be hard for someone to hop over.
Yeah, you're about here, Lisa, on me.
I am, but that wouldn't be hard for someone to hop over. There's not even barbed wire. So very interesting and interesting concerns that have been brought up today. And luckily that person didn't get up in the air, because they could have crashed. There's a huge residential neighborhood surrounding this airport, and someone could have been hurt. So Michelle, thank you so much for the live report.
And Lisa, something to keep in. Yeah. I was just going to say something to keep in mind as part of the investigation. They're not sure if somebody did hop the fence, or if this is trespassing, or if this person has a code, or stole a code from somebody who works here, or maybe they used the code to get inside, or maybe it's an inside job. I mean, that's all part of the investigation. But again, those are just the security concerns that the pilots have out here.
Yes, and you can see why the pilots have those concerns, and thank you for clarifying that again. All right, Michelle Bandor reporting live for us. I know you've got a lot to look into, as this investigation is literally just beginning, and they have a lot to look into, as you just heard. Michelle, thank you so much.